Hello to all beautiful people of our beloved Mother Ghana from all around the world. This endless, continuous blame on Russia-Ukraine war. And now it's moved to a point where it's many other captions that I have seen as far as with respect to Ghana is concerned. I don't think Ghana should be blaming Russia for anything or Russia-Ukraine war for our economy. This Russia-Ukraine conflict is being blamed around the world for everything. Even if you sneeze, it is Russia-Ukraine war that has caused it. If you stumble, it is Russia-Ukraine war that has caused it. You see, I think we are in a time where our political leaders are not in the game of doing, they are in the game of blaming. I mean, some 20, 30 years ago or 50 years ago, politicians were politicians who wants to do something. They want to be remembered for something. They want to be remembered for the difference that they have made, not the havoc they have caused, not the mayhem that they have caused. The caption that caught my attention, I want to speak about this, is that it says on Ghana Web, it says, food shortage imminent due to Russia-Ukraine war. Habibu Adam, the senior economics at the office of the senior presidential advisor of Ghana, has stated that continued global food shortage during the latter part of this year and 2023 is imminent due to the Russia-Ukraine war. The United Nations and the World Food Programme have hinted of the looming food shortage and asked countries to brace themselves for the worst, as there will be a food shortage globally due to mainly the shortage of fertilizer. How much do we consume from Russia or Ukraine as far as food is concerned? The main food that we eat, I've identified at least 20 different food products, from banana right down to sweet potatoes, sorghum, cocoyam, palm oil. All these things are homegrown. But if we are importing them, then something is definitely wrong with us. Where is Russia as far as Russia and Ukraine as far as fertilizer is concerned? Russia is not the leading fertilizer producer in the world. It's not the second. It's not the third. It's the fourth. And if I take a percentage of the first 10 producers of the world, if Russia alone decide not to supply fertilizer to any nation because of the war, that will be approximately 14% of the world available fertilizer. You think on that. There is 77 identifiable countries that produce fertilizer. Out of the 77, 2 is at war, and the whole world, all our political leaders from around the world are saying that is going to result into food shortage. Is it that we are making it, deliberately making sure there's food shortage for other reasons? Or something is definitely wrong somewhere. I checked. Ukraine is 22nd on the list as far as fertilizer is concerned. So why are we saying because these two countries out of the 77 countries that produce fertilizer is going to result into food shortage around the world? So I went further to check for the countries in Africa that produce fertilizer. And these are the countries I found: Egypt, Nigeria, South Africa, Libya, Mali, Zimbabwe, and Senegal. Of course, not in the quantities compared to China, India, USA, Russia, but they are producing it. So now, the list I came across, Ukraine is 4th. So how? Out of the 77 I found, 2 is out if they decide not to supply any nation at all: Russia and Ukraine. And now from all around the world, including Ghanaian politicians who are in the business of blame game rather than performance, have decided to jump on the bandwagon to blame Russia, Ukraine for the looming, as they have put it, food shortage at the latter part of this year and next year. Why? There are fertilizer producers in Ghana, not chemical fertilizer, but organic fertilizer, and they are not being supported. Why? Most countries make drastic change and improve capacity and infrastructure in times of need. So if it is true that we really need this fertilizer to produce these 20 plus products, farm produce, that we consume on a daily basis, why don't we support the fertilizer producers in Ghana? Why don't we help them increase capacity? Ghana is one of the countries identified as having very fertile ground, land, or soil for farming purposes. So what's the problem then? We are comfortable to blame rather than to resolve the problem that is resolvable? What is the problem of agriculture in Ghana? The challenges faced by the agricultural sector in Ghana are poor infrastructure. Infrastructure problems are resolvable, remember? Including lack of attention to irrigation development. We have water everywhere. Why can't we irrigate? Again, another solvable problem. High transport cost and poor roads to the farms. All those are solvable problems. Land acquisition and social and environmental problems. This is what is identified. This was captioned in the graphic.com.ghana, November 2016. Maybe it's possible things have changed, but I don't think so. If these things have changed, we should not be joining the bandwagon in complaining about potential food shortage in Ghana. This is carried by africamarkets.com. Ethiopia, Ghana, South Sudan, and Morocco are some of the countries identified as having very good land as far as farming is concerned, fertility. So what's the problem? Is either our leaders want to just be in the business of blaming or looking for, I think they purposely look for identifiable challenges to blame rather than look for identifiable solutions to provide. We should not be among those that are shouting potential food shortage, especially when all our food that we consume, 90% of the food we consume, as far as the Ghanaian is concerned, is grown locally. And we have very good soil. And we have African countries that are producing fertilizer. Russia is not the sole fertilizer supplier in the world. Neither is it the leading supplier of fertilizer. So apart from Ghana, all the other world leaders that are blaming this purposely are in denial of the fact. And that's wickedness. Whatever reason, this current crop of politicians and their business of things cronies want food shortage, only God knows. But I thought to raise this because if the advisor to our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, is saying that the UN food program is saying they should brace themselves for looming food shortage at the latter part of this year and next year, and he has no other advice to give the president to say, look, now this is what we have to be doing as Ghanaians or as leaders of Ghanaians to make sure this potential food shortage will not impact us, but rather to actually give us assurance that it's going to happen, then I don't think that he should be in the office. He should be removed because he's not giving a good advice, because this problem is solvable. This is from Country and People Point. We can't continue to be in denial of the fact that some problems we have in our country, apart from this agricultural issue, are solvable. but it's just a matter of refusal to do, coupled with corruption, topped up with wickedness, refusal to do, driven by selfishness. We have no excuse as Ghanaians not to be self-sufficient. Ghana is a very endowed nation in all aspects. Let's remember this. Ghana must work. We want Ghana to work. Ghana can work. Let's collectively make Ghana to work.